Hey guys, Jim here from DrinkABeerandPlayAGame. Back in 2015, we took a look at every single entry in the Splatterhouse series, and it quickly became one of our favorite horror franchises. Unfortunately, we thought we were done with it. That's until today, as we take a look at the Splatterhouse LCD Handheld. Released in 1988, this Splatterhouse handheld was part of the NAMCO handheld line that dates back to 1984. There were 8 games in total, and they all used the same shell and same button layout while changing the actual gameplay. These were developed by NAMCO, and they were published by Veri in Japan, Sistema in the UK, and Nino in other areas. I have the UK Sistema version. There isn't a lot of information out there about these. On the Splatterhouse Wikipedia, it gets a single sentence mention, and most Splatterhouse fan pages don't offer much more than that. I love the artwork on this. It's pretty much ripped right off of the PC Engine box. The in-game screen shows 3 levels: the bookcase room, the outside, and the inside of the mansion with Biggie Man. The game runs off of 2 AA batteries, and as soon as you pop them in, the game powers on in demo mode. There is no on-off switch, so the game will go into sleep mode when not being used for a few minutes, but when you hit the fire button, it should boot back on. You get a split 4-button D-pad, the action button, buttons to turn the sound on and off, as well as the mode button. The mode button lets you choose between demo mode and the actual game, and once you get a game over, you can switch between continuing or starting all over as well. When you start the game, you hear that classic Splatterhouse mansion music. Take a listen to this and then compare it to the original. One thing to note is the size. I was surprised by how big this was. It's about the size of a Super NES cartridge. So, here you go by comparison. Almost exactly as long and as tall, only it's a bit thicker. At its thickest, it's probably about like 1.5 cartridges, but it just gives you that perfect hand feel. It's great. You won't be cramping up playing this one. The goal of the game is to grab the ladder when it appears, dodge enemies, make your way up to Biggie Man to fight him, kill him, and save Jennifer. You get 3 lives to beat each level. A cool thing that I noticed is that your hits on Biggie Man carry over between lives. It takes 8 hits to kill him, so if you per se get 6 hits on your first life, you can hit him twice in the next life to beat him. Your lives also reset back to 3 once you win and reach the next level. That's a nice touch, and it makes it way easier to at least progress. The game is not easy, do not get me wrong, this is a hard son of a bitch, but that at least makes it a little bit more fair. Below is a link in the description to an unlisted video where you can see a full run of a level, because that's about as far as I can get for now. It's hard, but when you win, the levels get harder, the enemies come more often, and they add some new enemies each time too, which is really cool. Like, right now, I can't get past the second level. It's, like I said, a hard game. But I just want to keep trying since I want to see what else they throw at you. For example, the haunted chairs start to come in once you get to level 1 too. So I just want to see what else from the series, what more fan service this will throw at you. It's awesome. So at the end of the day, what do I think of the Splatterhouse LCD game? I'm impressed. It's an actual game. It has real enemies from the series. It has an actual boss fight with Biggie Man. It gives you the actual music from the game. The multiple layers give you the enemies from the actual levels in the game. I'm surprised. This is not your standard Tiger Electronic game. This is really nice, but it's also really rare and really expensive. I spent about 2 years trying to find this bad boy on eBay, and for the most part, to get it loose, it would be like $180 at a minimum, and to get it complete would be upwards of $300. And people were not budging from those prices. I tried, but I lucked out. I was eventually able to get this for about $100, which is way too much for an LCD game. But being a huge fan of Splatterhouse, like Splatterhouse is the first series of us doing on this page that we discovered while doing the page and that we fell in love with. So for sentimental reasons, being able to complete the entire series, it's pretty cool. Do I recommend it for most people? God, no. Not at these prices. But if you're a huge fan of Splatterhouse or a weird LCD game collector, this is one to track down. And that'll do it for today, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like below, leave a comment, let me know, does this interest you? Are you going to look around for this or some of the other NAMCO ones that came out? I mean, it didn't come out in North America, so good luck! And as always, if you haven't yet, maybe subscribe, it helps out the page. And as always, check the links to check out our video game reviews, hardware reviews, and we are the home of the Power Hour podcast, which is also on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. Until next time, guys, cheers.